What up, cheaper chaps? These cheaper chaps. Cheaper chaps. Da-da-da-da-da-da-blah. Get ready for David Blaine show. That's not really
Sunday. Sunday.
What up, Chipper Chaps? This is Chipper Chap Chat, episode 108.
Yes.
I am FooRay, as the thing says.
I'm Chamba.
We
Hello.
are Chipper Chaps. Let's talk about some nerdy stuff. This is our first episode back in the video booth.
Yep.
As we would call it, in like 2 episodes, because we did some art stuff, which we're going to continue, by the way. We just
we will have more of that.
Didn't have it this time.
No, this time.
Draw something related to a couple of these stories, maybe. I don't know. Let's talk about them.
Maybe next time. Not many things to talk about this episode.
That's a lot of news. That's cool.
Not a lot of news. That's fine. It's going to be a shorter episode-ish.
Let's get some of those ones you just brought up out of the way, because they're like kind of non-stories. Shazam just started filming. Woo.
So that's something. So I guess it's happening.
Hopefully we get to see what Zachary Levi looks like.
Some behind-the-scenes shots. Is he going to be yoked up and whatnot? Who knows?
He said he's been working out like a crazy person.
Yep.
So let's find out.
We'll see. We'll see how he is.
What that looks like.
Question to you though,
regarding
that. What are your thoughts regarding actors say that need some chemical assistance to get bigger?
Like people roiding out to get superhero shape?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know.
They're not athletes.
Yeah, they're not competing.
They're not supposed to compete. Exactly. It's supposed to. I mean, sure, health-wise, it's probably not the best for them.
Right. It's not giving them an advantage over any other person, because they don't start. No. I imagine they wouldn't even start doing that until they've been hired for the job.
Right.
But I also don't know how common that is. That people.
What are your is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? If they use assistants like that in order to get the look closer to what they're supposed to.
Is that a rumor? That's
no. I'm just saying in general. This is just a thought. This is just a thought in general.
I don't know how much. I don't know how much you have to. Like, look at Hemsworth,
right?
And even Hugh Jackman. Those guys got shredded for those movies for sure.
That's they did.
But they didn't get like huge outward like big Papa Pump muscular like Triple H in the 90s.
I'm not saying any of them has done it, but I'm just asking the question: what are your thoughts if somebody were to do that?
For sure, I'm just saying. My point is the shapes they're going for. I don't think you have to do that to achieve that. It seems like just like crazy amounts of training and dehydrating yourself,
and eating well
will get you to look like that. But it's
because I know with trainers and stuff, and they probably have them on hand and foot. They're eating way proper. They're eating the right things. They're training the right.
From what I understand, just like fish and rice every day, and
fish, rice, and chicken, and vegetables. And I'm like, I could do that. But then you have to do everything.
But you have to do all the working out every day.
I know that's the difference too. Because if you do the eating part, you'll lose the weight, but you're not gaining any muscle.
But then you're just skin and bones. You're not shredded up.
Right.
But
it's filming, so great. Let's hopefully we get a Shazam that looks like a Shazam. I mean, I think he can play it, so I got no problem.
We'll see. To me, he's still not the dude, but I'm open to finding out that it turns out he is the dude.
It'd be crazy if we watch him. It's like, this was the best DC film we've seen in a while.
But that could be a tone thing. That could be.
That's true.
If the movie itself is good, then it doesn't matter that it was Zachary Levi. I feel like they could pick somebody else and still got that movie.
For sure. I'm not saying he's what will make it good. I'm just saying in general, it'd be cool if the film was cool.
Who knows? Maybe the film will be shithouse, and we'll be saying, "Man, Zachary Levi was the only thing that was good about that movie."
Yeah, right. It's like they kind of wasted him. He was kind of the best part of it.
Right, especially because they're not even having him fight The Rock or whatever.
No. But that's the weird part. They cast The Rock as Black Adam years ago.
Right.
And he's not even going to be in this.
Because it's The Rock and they want to make him an anti-hero rather than having him be a what they should do is they should just Vegeta that motherfucker, let him be the villain of a movie, and then if you want him to be an anti-hero later, let him join the team and be homies with Shazam. But let him be a villain. I want to see the villain part. Yeah, he's like Vegeta and Nappa combined as Black Adam.
They did the dance. They did the fusion dance, and it's him.
He has the widow's peak and everything, dude. He has the widow's peak.
You need to draw this. He does have the widow's peak. You need to draw this.
Maybe that's next episode's artwork.
You draw Vegeta and Nappa, and he turns into the Rock's Black Adam.
That's great.
The next thing is Marvel said that the first Ant-Man and the Wasp teaser trailer will be out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, man.
So we might, if anything, if it's a good teaser, we'll probably do like a quick recording thing and just upload that.
Do you think that we'll see? Do you think we'll see some Giant Man stuff, because it seems like that's a big part of this movie, because Goliath is like the villain, and that dude's gonna be a Giant Man type situation, and
it won't be a surprise much anymore considering Ant-Man.
We've seen it in Civil War.
Yeah, right.
And
to be honest, I don't know what to expect.
And two, do you think we'll see Michelle Pfeiffer's Wasp, or do you think that we're gonna have to wait for that one?
I'd rather wait. Unless that's a teaser, it's just a flashback.
Because I wonder how much of the movie is going to be dedicated to Goliath. Getting her out. Because remember, she's trapped in the, sub what was it, sub micro world or something weird shit like that. What happens in this next one? Are they going to be spending a lot of the plot trying to get her out of that? Or do they get her out of that early, and then we're looking at flashbacks of like young her and young Douglas doing Ant-Man and Wasp shit? I'm just very, very curious how this movie's going. Because you gotta remember, Ant-Man was like a totally different tone than a lot of the other Marvel stuff. How are they gonna keep that going forward? Is it still gonna have a heist movie tone?
I don't know.
Do you think T.I. is coming back? I want to know the answers to the important questions.
Yeah, is his best friend back so he can narrate everything?
Right. I don't even remember what Michael
I don't remember his name.
Pena's character's name was. And the Russian guy.
Yep.
That dude's in things for some reason. But cool. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, those two are things that we just found out. So we might record something if it's a good teaser. Anyway, on to the main things. We got 3 topics.
Michelle Pfeiffer, though, because I really like Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, she's great.
Whispering this into the microphone, the 2D microphone.
Michelle Pfeiffer is awesome. Anyway, first thing, so we have like behind the scenes images of Captain Marvel's suit, or one suit, I suppose. Right,
which is greener than probably anticipated.
A lot of people already, obviously, like Instagram and whatnot and online, they're like re-editing those. Yeah, they're doing color. So it's like, this is how it should be. And I'm like, so you're telling them that they're wrong and this is dumb when you don't even actually know.
Yeah, we don't know what the rest of the movie is. Yeah. And especially because all the concept art and stuff that we've seen for the movie, they show the red, blue, gold costume.
So even if people are saying that's wrong, it's like, let them film. They basically just began.
And, and also because we've seen the old school comic version of Captain Marvel who had a green and white outfit, I'm like, yeah, it's probably her Mark I Iron Man suit reference kind of thing before she's in her own thing. The thing that surprised me was I kept wanting to know, how are they going to do her hair to make... Because when they brought Captain Marvel back as like, she's Captain Marvel now, she's no longer Miss Marvel, they did that thing where she had the like faux hawk helmet thing, and I was kind of hoping they would go for that look.
We could get that though. We still could get that.
It's true.
Because
but none of the concept art had that though.
Right. There was also images of her as just Carol Danvers, basically wearing her pilot.
The flight suit.
Yeah, no, her flight suit, and her hair was what we saw.
Right.
So
her
maybe
hair,
this is
in the flight suit thing. Her hair was pulled back in the military.
It was ponytailed. Yeah, it was ponytailed and stuff. But again, they're filming, so we don't. Yeah. I don't know. We don't know anything yet. But it looks cool.
Sam Jackson and Maria Hill on set.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that. That's cool.
There's pictures of them on set, but it looks like it's like current day setting version of them though, because Sam Jackson still has the eye scar and Maria Hill's there. She wouldn't have been there in the 90s.
The fact that you brought the whole modern day thing.
Yeah.
The green suit Carol Danvers could be from the past.
Could be. It could be, or it could be a thing where maybe she starts in that red, blue,
right? But that's the thing. It's like
it switches to the green.
Yeah.
One.
It could be anything at this point, which is great because
it's interesting to me though that the green and white suit that they show, the trim and all that stuff, when they do the color swap edit, the people who have been posting that, all the stuff is in the right place.
Yep.
For it
to
be
different color.
Yeah, it's just literally like a color swap. Because the suit that it would be referencing, the green and white costume that it would be referencing, looks nothing like that.
Yep.
The old Captain Marvel suit looks nothing like that, other than it's green and white. So yeah, I'm very curious.
Which is like, all right, if it's the green and if the one that it's referencing, which is now green, I suppose, green and dark gray or whatever, if that's supposed to be her Kree suit, I kind of. Based on Noah, I'm assuming nothing at this point because we have no information really, like of what the suit is. But if that's supposed to be her Kree suit, how come it doesn't look more alien?
I don't. Well, maybe keep in mind the only examples of the Kree that we've seen.
Yeah, it's that crazy rebellious Kree guy.
What? Ronan. That's. I guess. Would that be the only example? The only other example we've seen?
No. There was remember when the Nova Corps, she was talking to another Kree guy. You could barely see his outfit though. He was like a Kree.
Is Yondu Kree?
No, I don't think so.
I just know the Kree are blue, so I don't know if he was a Kree or not.
See, and that's the thing. But then also it's like, if it's a spacesuit, then I'm like, the Nova Corps' alien suit was still different enough. But it wasn't like crazy weird.
No, it wasn't way out there. It was still like uniform looking.
Yeah.
But again, dude, when we were talking about this before off camera, I was saying part of that, as much as I think that dude's stuff is tight, they gotta stop letting only one dude design everybody's outfit because
it's not just one dude designing everything. By the way, I told you already. But it's still a bunch of multiple guys.
The
right,
look
it's still,
now that he's established it. They go for one look every time. Yeah. So I just feel like
that's why Thor Ragnarok was cool.
Because it stood out to be very different.
Stood out, yeah.
But
and it was one of the other guys
that way
doing
too.
It too. Yeah. But that's why everybody was just. But it also lends itself to it with Ragnarok because it's almost like we are like in Guardians. We see one section of, space. Mm-hmm. This one is another section altogether. So.
Right.
Everyone's gonna look different.
In the Ragnarok one, it was very clearly like we want to go for something a little bit more 80s and wackadoo, a little more, Flash.
A little more Kirby influence with this.
So yeah, hopefully more.
More of that.
Like really, the space part of what that movie is gonna be, I'm so interested because we're getting Skrulls for the first time. What is that even?
How are they gonna look?
Dude,
I know we got the concept images a long time ago. Right.
We've seen a little concept art.
But how close to that is it gonna get?
I'm calling it right now just because I really want to know. End of Infinity War.
Are we gonna get some Skrull reveals?
Yeah, I think some of the people at least one of the people that die, because if people die in this movie.
I see him turn into a Skrull.
Some of them have to matter, but in the comics, the reveal that the invasion was happening is Elektra dies, and after she dies, she turns back into the Skrull form, and they're like, "What the fuck was that about?" And then it turns out it had happened to several of them that they had been replaced. So I just wonder, maybe a couple people die earlier on in the movie, but nothing happens. You're not thinking about it, but somebody dies at the end of that shit and turns Skrull, and you're like, what?
That'd be nuts. I would like it.
Because one of the next things after that is the Captain Marvel movie, which is where the
Skrulls will be introduced.
Kree War. And, they've said going into Phase 4 or whatever that everything is totally different. So
how you said just Phase 4 and it's like Skrull? I'm just like, it's almost like they're just anticipating for Fantastic Four.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, it's been in the works for a minute.
I know it has.
When we were looking at that Ragnarok stuff, and that shit in the background was literally pulled from a Fantastic Four comic. I'm like, they wouldn't do that if they weren't allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like if they weren't allowed to make a reference to Fantastic Four,
it was already in the works. It's been in the works way longer than we think.
Oh yeah, man. We didn't hear about that shit till it was a done deal.
Yeah. And it's fine.
Yeah, man. I'm just excited for whatever the hell that ends up meaning. Next up on the docket.
Next up, Pacific Rim 2. The second trailer's come out.
Are you excited for this? You like robot stuff?
I do, but I watched the trailer. It looks fine. It looks fine. I watched Pacific Rim 1 again, and I'm like...
I haven't seen it since theaters.
Dude, because it's on Netflix. I got on Blu-ray, but I'm like...
Is it on Netflix?
Easily... It's on for us anyways.
Oh, I'll have to look. Fucking
it's on Netflix for us, so I like it. And I play it, and I'm just like... Because I watched Fifth Element first, and I was like, oh, I love it. Yeah. My favorite. Then I played Pacific Rim after, and I was like... It looks just like... All right. We got 2 trailers for Pacific Rim 2. Watch the trailer for Pacific Rim 1.
And you can tell tonally the difference, right?
Oh my goodness.
Even just how the robots move. It's so different.
I want to say it's literally night and day. And
it is. Yeah, because all of the first one was in night. All the second one was bright as shit.
For some reason, filming in dark, it was almost like the Jurassic Park method of doing things. You know, they in Jurassic Park 1, how... they filmed the dinosaurs in the dark just to kind of hide the technology, in a sense, to make it feel more real. To me, it's almost like what happened with Pacific Rim 1, where a lot of it was filmed in night. It was night shots with like spotlights hitting them and stuff like that, or like lights from their own bodies and shit like that, or the bioluminescence of the actual kaiju.
Right.
They feel greater. They feel more grand.
I think it's how they film it more so than even the light and dark.
Absolutely.
Because in Guillermo's, those robots weigh shit because they're huge. In the second one, they're doing backflips and shit. Just imagine what a thing that size, if it did a backflip, what just it landing would do to that city. I can't even imagine it.
Not even just the landing, just the aftermath of everything. You know, like if you swing something that large around.
They show it go through multiple buildings when the kaiju swings the mech through a city block or whatever.
It would just be smoke.
Right, you wouldn't be able to see anything.
Dust. It'd be so loud, but it's just. I was reading somewhere. They say the Jaegers, the giant robots, are smaller than they were in the first one. Okay, fine.
Still,
if they're smaller, I'm like, you're still giant robots,
right? They're still bigger than buildings,
right? And especially like they did the whole scene in the trailer 2 where they're all like,
posing and shit.
Yeah, they're all posing, and I'm like, is this movie like supposed to be I guess its own new Power Rangers type?
Dude, so hard, yes. It's literally, to me, like if they go, that Power Rangers thing was interesting to kind of do like Power Rangers like Chronicle, but what if we did Power Rangers like Transformers? It feels like that to me.
Oh
like,
my
gosh! What if Michael Bay did the Power Rangers movie? What would that look like?
But not like let it be grim dark and stuff, because the first one you could tell. Like, check it with Pacific Rim 1, you could tell how he filmed it that Del Toro loves the subject matter.
Right.
He loves kaiju. He loves that whole... Because you get this Ultraman vibe, even though he's not Ultraman.
Right.
Just a giant dude fighting a giant creature to protect the city. You feel... But again, like you were saying, you feel the weight, the right camera angles. And I'm sure...
Because they were
We're only getting a little bit in trailers. I get it.
Like, even when they went for the punch, you remember how sick that was when it opened up and it did the rocket punch? Even in the trailer...
And he just kept loading. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. I know people like, this film is shit, and I'm like, I don't care about what you're saying, but when I was watching it in the cinema for the first time, I geeked so damn hard.
Yeah, we saw this shit at IMAX. It was incredible. But I mean, like,
I never would have
when the arm opens up, the rocket thing made sense because you're like, you needed that extra thrust to move a thing that big fast enough to do damage. This movie, they're like,
this new one, he's going back.
Yeah, like wushu robots.
And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, maybe your technology has improved since then.
Like 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come
It's
on.
supposed to. If it, like, we don't know the time gap.
It can't be long because everybody looks the same.
But also, if it's 10 years, I still call garbage because that's a gigantic leap.
That's what I'm saying. And it's probably not even 10 years because everybody looks the same. They all have the same haircuts. They look exactly as fucking
It's probably
same.
barely 5. It's also they had like a side-by-side comparisons of the actual pilot suits.
Okay.
And those two suits are fucking garbage.
They just way cheaper looking, dude.
They look it looked like
because keep in mind what Guillermo
movie version compared to a television show.
But I'm saying, look what Guillermo spent on Pacific Rim. I'm positive they didn't give him anywhere near the money. And it's a TV director doing it. It's fucking the dude that did Daredevil or whatever. The David.
I'm not saying like again, it could be a fun film. It looks like it could be a fun film.
Could be fun.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
but it won't be what Pacific Rim 1 was. I'm not saying quality-wise. I'm just saying it won't be the same product as what Pacific Rim 1 was.
No. That's why it's almost like if I leave Pacific Rim 2 going, that's a fun film, but it's almost, to me, that's a non-canon.
Right. This is like GT
to me, Pacific Rim's a standalone.
Pacific Rim 2 is GT for...
It's GT. It's a what-if sequel.
Right.
And I don't want to knock it because I love giant robots.
Right.
That fight giant monsters. That's great. But just watching the trailer for Pacific Rim 1 compared to the trailer for Pacific Rim 2, I was like, this doesn't even make sense. Like, how did it go? It's like a direct-to-DVD sequel.
Yeah, I don't get it. Not at all. but still gonna check it out. Might be
I'm
fun.
definitely gonna watch it. I'm watching it opening day.
All right.
Or opening week at least.
Here's hoping it's at least entertaining.
Right. And
I like Boyega.
Yeah, Boyega's cool. The whole cast is fine. I think there's a majority of the cast is returning except for the main guy.
Right, the main guy and Alba because he's dead as shit.
Yeah, because he's dead. But we get thing.
But at least he had a mystery son.
Right. That's what I was like. Okay, cool.
Why couldn't they just say like nephew or something? Why did he have to be directly his son? And they try to make him have the same kind of speech moments. And I'm
everything.
Like, really?
Yeah,
really?
I don't know. I don't care. And they're supposed to show but they're supposed to show like in the second trailer they showed his backstory, and he was kind of like he never wanted to follow his father's footsteps, and he was always kind of like a bad boy. And I'm like, that means I want to follow him less.
Yeah, right.
So a son that he never mentioned, because he technically Marco was his adoptive daughter that he clearly loved based on the first film.
Yeah.
No mention of a son.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's like
I'm watching it.
It's like watching the '90s Ninja Turtles and then watching the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles.
I thought you were going to say it's like watching the '90s, the first movie Ninja Turtles,
That's
and then watching watching the that television show Turtles where they had the female one.
No, because that was super shit looking. Pacific Rim doesn't look super shit. It just looks very polished.
The uniforms,
and very Michael Bay.
The actual pilot uniforms are garbage though.
They just look like cosplay. They look like really good cosplay, but they don't look like.
It doesn't look like a
completely beautiful as the first movie did, because that was Guillermo's team making that shit, and it was incredible looking.
Yeah. Okay, enough about that. We're still watching that's happening.
Glowing review of that trailer.
Yeah, it's a trailer because for all we know, we could watch the film and go, you know what, that film was dope.
I promise. I'm hoping that's the case.
Yeah, I'd rather that be the case and go, at least we have the first one and that kicks up.
Just the more they show to me, and the destruction porn. If people don't talk shit about that, but they talk so much shit about Man of Steel for its destruction scene at the end, I don't know how they get away with it. And seriously, this movie and Rampage and all this stuff, like, do we just gotta keep knocking buildings down to get people in the movie theater? Is that the only way we can tell this story? Like, go back. I'm saying, if they made Dragon Ball, don't have the city take place in the middle, or don't have the fight take place in the middle of the city. Dragon Ball Z, they always go to the desert and whoop each other's ass.
They always do.
That's what I'm saying. Just do that. It's fine. We don't need to see buildings get destroyed to know that a big fight is happening.
Like there was a couple of scenes where, city destruction did occur. That's when the androids came. But then as soon as they actually were fighting, they were out.
And that's one set of heroes, not all of them. I will be impressed if a fight happens in the desert and somebody gets punched through a mountain. It's going to be just as effective, more effective to me than watching them get punched through a building.
A giant creature getting punched into a
Doesn't even got to be a giant. I'm saying Shazam could fight Black Adam and punch that dude through a mountain, and I'm going to love that. I don't need to see it be a building every time.
I'm tired of buildings falling.
Exactly. You can do more, people. I get it, like you want to show scale, but there's other ways to show it, please.
Again, a mountain. Or in the ocean.
Story on the docket.
What's left? Royal Rumble happened yesterday.
We're going to talk about a wrestling thing. What?
Yeah, wrestling. What's that?
We need to
I could talk about some New Japan stuff afterwards as well. Anyway, Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
First ever women's Royal Rumble.
It was good too. Liked it.
What do you think of it? I had a lot of fun watching it. A lot of surprises.
There's some weird stuff at the end. There's a whole lot of great people they brought back. A lot of old schoolers. I'm a little concerned though because they used pretty much everybody they could have used. So if they do it again next year, I don't know how they're gonna fill those spots up.
It's gonna be tricky unless they get like them again with a couple of new ones.
But one of the big things that came out of that Royal Rumble is Rhonda Rousey showed up. MMA star, also sometimes action star, I guess, depending on what movies you watch. Rhonda Rousey. Are you excited?
Okay.
Do you care a whole bunch?
I care very nothing.
Not a whole bunch? That's not how you would describe that?
Minus a bunch, actually.
I think it's cool. I want to watch her punch a whole lot of girls in the face. We saw a match tonight, women's match. A couple spots happened, looked real bad. I am concerned. It was a great match, but I'm saying like Ronda Rousey, she's used to hitting people for real, knocking people's heads off, and they've done MMA girls have come over before. She's not the first.
But see the difference, right? See, I know the MMA girls, like the current ones, I say in NXT.
No, the main roster girl, the one that's in Absolution or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, she also MMA. But anyway, a lot of them have had extensive training in wrestling already. Like unless
not Baszler.
She's been training heaps in wrestling ever since she signed.
Since she signed, yeah. And Rousey's been training behind the scenes for months.
That's what I'm saying. I just hope it's understood what wrestling is about.
I'm sure she gets it. I'm not worried about her real punching somebody's head off. I'm more worried about her getting messed up trying to do some wrestling moves she doesn't know how to do. And
I hope she doesn't go for
taking a slam where her head gets all destroyed or something, because they don't know how to land from those things. They're used to, I get punched and try to avoid getting punched. They're not used to, I'm going to jump between these ropes and do a suicide dive into a gate and hope that I land okay. Like we've seen girls that have been doing this for years now, and they get jacked up.
So many spots in this, just the Asuka and Sasha Banks match. I was like, that was crazy. That one where Sasha Banks jumped through the ropes and Asuka just kicked her in the head.
Dude, before she even got touched by the kick, I don't even know how much the kick made damage, but she hit the ropes and just pivoted directly into the apron.
But it was almost like it was timed so well that it looked
was awful. No, it looked like she
when Asuka was going to do doing her butt hit.
That one was on purpose. That one looked great. The other one, not so much.
I love it. There's so many great spots in this match.
But anyway. Still, I'm saying Ronda Rousey don't know how to do that stuff. So I'm very concerned that she's gonna get injured for real more than that she's gonna injure anyone else.
I'm just a little like, it's mainly like for all the women that have been training their whole lives, or however long they've been training to get into this position.
Yeah.
And because Rousey's from another sport. And she's now a celebrity. She's a name. She's kind of being fast-tracked, and it feels somewhat a little bit unfair.
I guess so, but don't you think it's just as unfair as when CM Punk went to go do UFC and they put him on the main card
and then
for his first ever match? He didn't have to fight nowhere else. He went straight to the top of UFC and got demolished.
Immediately destroyed.
Right. That won't happen to Rousey. She's gonna get to the WWE and she's gonna be destroying people because that's what they got.
The ending of this Rumble was random, though.
Do you like the Roddy Piper reference that she's going with the
That's
logo?
fine.
I mean, if they keep that as her thing.
Well, she's got merchandise, it seems, already like
right.
that, so I think that's what's going on.
I wonder though about the music, because it's not common that they let people have licensed
that's why
music.
It was the first time I was like, wow, they're actually paying for this.
Which again, kind of a parallel with the CM Punk thing. He was one of the only guys that had licensed music. And and he kind of is doing the reverse of what Ronda Rousey did. But I'm really curious what her ceiling's going to be, because they're trying to push her to the moon. If she's not garbage, she can go far.
No, she's not.
And it will only propel her more towards doing movies and stuff. I wonder if when she comes back at WrestleMania, because I'm assuming that's what all the pointing meant.
Well, if she's going to be... She signed a full contract.
But a full contract, yes, but I'm talking about like...
I just don't want it to just appear in Mania. I need to see her in actual like regular Raw episodes.
For sure.
Because I don't want it to be another Brock Lesnar.
That's what I'm asking. Is after Mania, do you think she's like traveling with them every week we see her? Or if she's just going to be popping up from time to time?
I think it makes more sense if she does. Because with Brock, I know people go, but Lesnar's doing it now. It's like, yeah, but think of the time that Lesnar was full-time. He's already done that.
You know what I'm curious about that they're not going to talk about? I'm really curious what the dynamic is going to be between her and the other female talent behind the scenes. Like, are they going to be like cool with her?
Because I know Nia Jax already did a tweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was saying like, I think something like 30 women, for the first time 30 women, did a main event thing, and yet all people are talking about is that. It's like, cool, I guess.
But that's a big shit.
It is, but it's like as if the Rumble itself meant nothing now.
I mean, it did, but this is
like,
the thing with the women's wrestling is it's all going to be the first time ever from here on out, because now they're just letting them do everything. It's not going to be a build up. They're about to do first ever women's elimination chamber match next month.
With Rousey coming in. And just automatically, I don't know what her plan is, what their plan is for her. Like, is she going to challenge one of the champions? And if that's the case, she didn't even fucking compete in the Rumble. How come she gets like, oh, I come from another, just because I'm coming in and I was somebody from someone else, I want to challenge the top.
CM Punk, dude.
He didn't challenge, but see, CM Punk, when he went to UFC, he didn't challenge the top guy. He challenged one of the lower dudes.
He did challenge a lower dude, but he showed up for his first thing at a huge pay-per-view event.
I understand that. But I'm talking about if Rousey goes in and challenges for the belt already. Shouldn't she at least work up the ranks? I know she's a special case. Because,
come on,
again,
do you want to see her fighting Dana Brooke and shit? What is the point?
I'm talking like even
do we need squash matches?
But at least show that you can actually just wrestle still.
Well,
I need to see
her thing at WrestleMania is not going to be a singles thing. It's going to be that 4 horsewomen 4-on-4 bullshit. She's going to barely be in that match. She's going to have like 3 or 4 spots where she does some shit really care, and then pounds them on the ground.
To me, it's like whatever. To me, this is whatever.
I'm
not a UFC guy. But like, again, this is just my opinion. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care about this. I like wrestling. It's great. But her being there makes no difference to me.
Which, is fine. I don't necessarily feel as negatively about it.
I don't feel negative. I just don't care. I don't know if that's negative.
I don't have enough of an opinion to even throw a I don't care at it. It's just like...
It's something.
I am curious where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm more concerned for her safety because she doesn't know how to wrestle, and I don't know what her progress has been like behind the scenes. Obviously, it's had to have been somewhat good. It's had to have been promising for them to think that this is the way to go. I'm not necessarily afraid she's gonna beat up the girls. I just think that she could try and do some shit and get fucked up trying to do it. Think of Ellsworth trying to take the Styles Clash.
Yeah.
That's a move where you take that move one time wrong and your shit is a wrap. So I'm saying Ronda Rousey, she's been all she knows how to do is do an arm bar, which is probably going to be her main move or some shit. And she knows how to get on somebody and punch their head a whole bunch of times. That's what they trained her to do, is arm bars and punch heads. So when they try to get her to do wrestling shit, like come off the, like, can you imagine her trying to come off the top rope? Is she going to be doing moonsaults like fucking Charlotte?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that guy, like look when Lesnar tried to do a shooting star press and almost killed himself.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, let's maybe slowly transition her.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think like what they're doing with Baszler in NXT is good.
It is good, but there was no way with Ronda Rousey's name that they were going to put her in NXT.
I know, that's why it's tricky, because she's such a big name.
Yeah, she's in the fucking Fast and Furious franchise already without the wrestling. So there's no way she was going to go be in the, like, minor leagues. That was not going to happen. But very curious. Let's see. Hopefully it's good and not terrible.
It's something.
That's interesting. And we talked about a wrestling thing on Chip Chaps. Who would have thunk it?
Also, New Japan events on the weekend were great. So if you guys watch New Japan,
watch those
they were
things.
Great. I would recommend it. There's the Bullet Club. You know the Bullet Club?
I'm actually really glad you brought this up. Because speaking of the New Japan stuff, I do find it very interesting where the state of WWE is right now. Because so many of their top stars are New Japan guys. And the winners of both Rumbles were Japanese wrestlers.
Yep.
On the same year, and they're both Shinsuke. I was gonna say they're both incredibly dominant, but Shinsuke has had a rough go of it before getting to this point.
He was dominant in NXT. They've not been using him well in main roster.
They haven't, but I think making him win that Rumble shows that they're about to change that shit.
Yep. And again, I was telling you before, right? Because his contract was almost ending.
Right.
And if he didn't sign that, he's going back.
Right, but I feel like they were probably like, no, we understand that we haven't done much yet, but we're about to push you to the fucking moon. Right. And that's good. That's definitely good. But I'm also like, that's interesting to me that so much of the talent is New Japan stuff. Like the Balor Club, Balor Club is a huge thing, and that's OG Bullet Club. That's the original Bullet Club, essentially. Right, that's what I'm saying, and now they're putting that on blast. Like, look, we got the OG Bullet Club. We got AJ Styles too.
Making too sweet.
Yeah, we got AJ Styles. We got Shinsuke Nakamura. We got Asuka over here. Like, we can be New Japan too, except for you get to watch some of those New Japan guys beat the shit out of John Cena or beat the shit out of fucking Roman Reigns.
Lose to, them.
For sure, but look what they did at the Rumble, yo. Spoilers for the Rumble if you haven't seen it. But Shinsuke Nakamura beat Roman, the face of this shit. He beat him, just them two in the ring. Shinsuke won it.
It was great.
Come on, that's saying where I feel like that's a hint of where the company's gonna go in the next couple of years.
Cool, I like it. I'll take the direction.
Come on, fucking Prince Puma, fucking War Machine. Yeah. Come on, man.
That's true. That's two other ones.
Come on. And look at who's already down there. Fucking Adam Cole. All the guys in NXT right now, a bunch of those guys were like Impact Wrestling, New Japan, fucking
Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, New Japan, yeah.
Exactly. So very curious where things are going now, because even Jericho showing up at Raw 25 right after he did that crazy Omega match, and he had the Alpha shirt on.
Also, Jericho's not even done with New Japan. You know that, right?
That's what I'm saying. So right now, I'm saying Jericho showing up.
And he's back off.
Jericho showing up at Raw with that Alpha shirt on is like them using the Kirby art in Thor. I'm telling you, some shit's on the horizon. Where we're gonna watch some X-Men versus Street Fighter New Japan v WWE pay-per-view.
Behind the scenes, like New Japan want at least a better relationship with WWE.
Come on, I'm telling you, that crossover pay-per-view is gonna happen. Cause it's happening. I'm telling you, it's gonna be, and it's gonna be dope. Can't wait. But anyway, that was a lot of wrestling.
There might be more of this. I don't know. I think so.
Who knows? It is a thing that we do enjoy. So
next month I'm gonna be watching New Japan, so I'm gonna be talking about that.
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
They're coming down live, so I'm watching them.
Gotta take pictures and whatnot. But anyway,
I will.
That's the show for this evening. So until the next one, guys, I hit my watch on the table. Stay chipper, chaps. We'll see you on 109.
Stay chipper. Bigger Sunday.